Good morning. I'm popping on today to show you my memory planner and my memory planner process. I've been using this system since June and I'm adoring it. I love working on it. It's kind of a, when I feel like it project. I don't do it every day. I play catch up a lot, but it's easy for me and it's fun. It's just a fun project for me, and I treat it as more of a diary than a planner, and I'll show you how I do that. A little bit of background information on this. I've tried planning my life with paper planners and it just does not work for me. We have a family calendar on the fridge that's magnetic, and it's 6 weeks, and it works for us. It does everything we need. The kids stuff, my limited social life, family outings, all that stuff is on there. And then I'm a stay-at-home mom. I don't have a ton of other stuff that I'm doing. I have my crafty projects, which I sort of keep track of on Wunderlist and through my email, and that works for me. And so, but I didn't want to miss out on this planner thing because it was so fun. So I've made this more of a diary than a planner, and I'll show you how I do that. Let's get started. Okay, so I started this in June, and I'm gonna show you June, and I'll show you a little bit more, but June is mostly done. I haven't finished it, and I thought now would be a good time to show you sort of my process because it's, almost done, but not completely. So when you open up the planner, here's what you see. There's a little funny something there. Oh, okay, a little bit of washi. The stuff I keep in these pockets, mostly supplies to decorate my planner, and it switches. I switch it out for photographs and things like that. So, I actually find that stuff that I keep in here, I forget to use because I always go to my other supplies when I pull my planner out. So, I don't keep a lot in here. This, I took some pictures and this is what I have in there. So some stamps, some stickers, some transparencies, and, a little label that says Love and Crafts. So this changes out. Now this, I try on all my divider pages, this is the June divider, they're beautiful, but I try to embellish them just a little bit more to personalize them. So on this one, I added these sort of Dymo labels, which I love, and they just remind me to create beautiful things, believe in myself, smile more, and love more. So things that I try to do in my life. All right, let's get started. So this is June. I use these 2 spots for pictures of my gorgeous kiddos. And one thing I want to tell you is that I do all my writing in here with my typewriter. And I do that because my handwriting is atrocious. And I don't think that I would enjoy this process if I had to look at my handwriting all the time. I would just worry that it wasn't as gorgeous as I wanted it to be. So that's how I do mine. Of course, if you love your handwriting, I say go for it because, everyone always says that it's great to be able to look back and see your own handwriting. I am not a handwriting fan, and I think it would ruin the process for me. So I make it work for me. And one thing I love about the memory planner is that I can pull out the pages, run them through my typewriter, done, easy peasy. Okay, so I use these spots for pictures of the 2 kiddos, give a little bit of information on what the pictures are and when they were taken, and then embellish just a bit. And then I have a large collection of journal cards from my Project Life stash. And so I always put a couple of journal cards in here, embellish with some stamping, and then do a little bit of journaling and have some sort of inspirational something or other on there. So that I do every month. I use this little list for all my important dates for the month. And I'm thinking that when I transfer to next year, that I'll just move these lists over and fill in any more dates that have come up as sort of a recurring date list. There is a small embellishment. Now this, on the back side, it says you are here, and it says thankful for, that was awesome, and I probably should. And I'm filling these out at the end of the month. So I sort of keep June all contained. And that works for me, do a little journaling there, add a couple of embellishments that match the theme, and done. Now, I didn't quite know what to do with these sort of, opening pages. They're just blank, they're cream colored, they have a little bit of decoration. I wasn't sure what I was gonna put on here, and I finally decided that I would do some quotes. I would go online, find some quotes that I loved that were representative of my month, or the season even, and then I would just embellish and make it look pretty. So I'm pretty happy with that. Did a little bit of stamping, lots of stickers, and a die cut here, and I'm happy with the way it turned out. There's a lot to look at, and there's a little bit of depth, which is nice. Okay, so on to the monthly calendar. Now, like I said, I don't use my planner for planning, so the monthly calendar is more of a look back at what we did. So I don't fill this out. I mean, you know, I'll fill this out here and there. So I knew the things that we were doing in June, and there was a lot going on in June for us. We went on a big trip. We had family in town. We had my son's birthday and his pre-K graduation. Woohoo! So I did some stamping and I did some, you know, planning on here, but for the most part, I looked back and I filled in all the important dates at the end, just to give you an overview of what our June looked like. And then of course, stickers. Now, one thing I love about this memory planner system is that I have this huge stash of stickers that I don't get to use very often. I use some stickers in my scrapbooking pages and in my cards, but I buy them and then they sit in this big 12 by 12 folder and they sort of languish. So I wanted a project where I could use more supplies because I have them, I want to use them. I don't like to hoard things. It makes me unhappy. What makes me happy is to use the things that I have and to see them and to see their, you know, see them in use and have them beautify my life. So anyway, so I love that about this. I get to use lots of stickers, things that normally wouldn't get used, and I get to get things out of my stash. Okay, moving on. So this is how I do my dailies. What I do here, and I'll show you real fast, is I write a Post-it note. I don't do this every day, but usually at the end of the week, I'll sit down and I'll go back through my week and I'll write out Post-it notes for everything that happened, the highlights and, you know, all the little things, the things I want to remember. And then when I have a page that's full, like this one, I would take this out and I would run it through my typewriter and I would type up everything in these open spaces. And this is what it'll look like. And then I take it out and when I feel like it, I sit down and I embellish. So I just pull out my sticker packs and I pull out my stamps and I pull out my die cuts and I just go to town. And I try and keep each page, well, each spread of pages kind of in the same color family so that it looks nice together when I open it up. Now in June I did this. I did a little pocket page because I had some fun pictures and I like how it turned out. I really haven't done it since, so I'm not sure if I'll continue to do that. Since then I've taken sort of a different angle with my pictures. I've started printing them out smaller and putting them in the boxes. And I like how that looks, but I might mix it up. I might do both because this is pretty fun. And I do like having this little pocket page in here with some journaling. And it allows me to put more pictures of my beautiful kiddos in there. So here's another page. And I use a lot of washi tape. It feels good to use my washi too. You know, that kind of doesn't get as used as much as I would like. You can see I'm just mixing it up. I'm trying to keep some nice colors. I mostly gravitate towards, you know, these colors, the yellows, the aquas, the pinks, and the blacks. And that's sort of already in the book. You know, Heidi Swapp, the stuff that she's done in here is sort of pink and black, and there's a little bit of green. And so I'm sort of sticking with that, brightening it up with some yellow, and that works for me. Those are my go-to colors, so I like to use those a lot in here. You know, there's another picture of the kiddos with their grandparents. This was a fun page to do. It was mostly just like laundry and packing that week, but I was able to, you know, I didn't have a lot to journal, so I was able to use, you know, some larger stickers and some letter stickers to just kind of fill in the spaces, which is nice. You know, I don't have to have a lot for every day. Like this, all I did was pack that day. We were going to California. I packed for the family. So this is sort of a travel themed, you know, sheet, and it was great. So now here, so this is up to June 21st, and I haven't finished June yet. We went on vacation to California, and these last few weeks are my vacation weeks. I did put the pictures in. I put the Post-its in with the journaling and the highlights, and now all I need to do is go and run these through the typewriter. and then embellish away. So that's, you know, it's my next to do when I have a minute or I'm looking for something, an easy project to put together, I'll do that. So now I've done a little bit of July. I've got all my Post-its in there for July. I don't necessarily have all my pictures in. But I'll take you through July real quick also. So here, I just embellished that divider with 3 gold star stickers just to pop it out a little bit more. I love the Live It Up because that's what we did in July. It was pretty fun. And then I'll show you, I've got my pictures in. I haven't done my journaling. I've got my journal cards in. Again, I haven't done my journaling. I love this summer journal card. So I made use of that. I wasn't going to use it in my Project Life. It just didn't really fit, but now I can use it in here. And again, I'm using supplies that normally wouldn't get used, which is fantastic. Here is my list of dates, my recurring dates. Haven't done my journaling, haven't done this. As you can see, it's kind of, you know, I'm not staying up to date with this, but I'm not really falling behind either because I have all the information in there that I need. I just have to beautify, which is great. And you know, this will be easy to come back to and do, you know, put the major events that happened in July in. I missed the first week, so July is looking a little sparse so far, but I'm done with, you know, a couple of weeks in the middle. And you know, I haven't quite figured out what I'm going to do with the missing week. I'll probably just highlight some major things that happened that, you know, I have, that I know were there. You know, I can go back through my pictures and find some things that happened. I can go back through our family calendar and see what happened. So there are ways to go back and fill in things that were missed. So that'll be an experiment, I'll see. But, you know, I did a lot of embellishing here. I've got all my Post-its for the rest of the month. And then August, I have my divider embellished with these word stickers and these hearts. I mean, look at that. That's just beautiful. You know, you don't need to embellish these, but I just like to give it a little personal touch. Again, I've got my pictures and my cards in. I need to do my journaling. And then for August, I've got all my Post-its in there. Missed a couple days, lots of Post-its. Missed that week. And then September. So you see, I just go, I do a little at a time. I make a dent. And I've got the information in there for, you know, let's say, sort of my plan is I'm going to spend a weekend doing this. And I'm going to fill, you know, I'm going to catch up quite a bit in one weekend, do a lot of typing on the typewriter, and then get all this stuff filled in. But anyway, I'm still enjoying this project a lot. And I can see myself doing this, you know, all the way through the year into next year. It still gets me excited. It gets me giddy every time I look at it. I remember things that I wouldn't normally remember. So it's working for me. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. Oh, I do want to show you how I keep my planner supplies. And I want to show you this cute little box I got in the dollar bin at Target. Oy, excuse me, the $3 bin at Target. I think it was $3. I keep my mini stamps in there, and I don't usually turn it upside down, so they don't usually fall out. I keep a stamping block in there, which is now under the table, but I keep my mini stamps, I keep a stamping block. I keep all my alpha stickers, and I know, and usually just my, you know, 4x6 flat alpha stickers I keep in here, so I know where those all are. So if I want to use them on a scrapbooking page or something, I just go look for them here, but mostly I use them on my planner. And then I keep, you know, sheets of small stickers that I wouldn't normally use on other layouts. And sometimes I do, but again, I know where they are. So if I'm doing a scrapbooking layout and I want a sticker, I know where to look. But mostly I use these for my planners. Anyway, so that's how I do that, and I've got these little dividers that I made, you know, that just sit there, and makes it easy. And then in the back of the box, I've got my small Post-its, so I know where those are when I want to do some journaling. Anyway, so that is my system. I hope you enjoyed the video, and have a great day. Bye.